Welcome to High Heel Talk. Unfiltered, unscripted, I can't say uncensored, because we love Piers Morgan, but we're not going to copy him. My panel today on High Heel Talk, where we discuss the high heel topics delivered in very, very friendly and authentic manner. My very special panel is Luann Ward, our new special guest. Luann, welcome.
Hello, darling.
Hello, darling. Luann is, of course, the expert in matchmaking. She's media commentator, writer, mother of two. Did I forget anything?
No, okay, you did well.
Thank you. Donna Stambulish, welcome back, darling. Clinical and criminal psychologist, co-founder of
the Recode Me drug and alcohol program.
Thank you, and mother of two. And our one and only Astrid Chichibu, darling, welcome back. Thank you, who is the creative director of Kaleidoscope of World of Fashion, founder of Kaleidoscope World of Fashion, international model,
And mother of two.
and mother of two. And I'm mother of two as well, by the way. Girls, welcome back. And this is a very, very busy time for everybody, so thank you so much. My first question goes to Luann. Luann, you are a dating expert for 28 years. How do you regard, what's your view on the changes of dynamics because of the new technologies?
Well, there's two words that ruin relationships, and those two words are social media.
Wow.
Yeah. The introduction of social media has just caused so much problems in relationships. The validation that a woman will get on social media, a man can't validate a woman that much if he's dating her one-on-one. You have the impact of, you used to see a person that you like. You know, you see a woman that you like and you ask her on a date and the woman says yes and you go on a date. These days, not only do you might ask somebody on a date, but then you're going to check out all of their social media first. You're going to check out everything that they've done. You're going to see every person that they've dated, who they're following, and those photos that you put up when you were 21 partying and thought they were really cool. They're no longer cool. You're getting judged because of this. You're comparing yourself and your relationship to everybody else's construct of a relationship. And you can't compete and maintain the connection that you're trying to have with somebody when you're looking for the negatives. Because if you go looking for problems and you go looking for trouble, you're going to find trouble. And social media gives us the absolute opportunity to go and find trouble before anything's even happened.
So no more blind dates.
Well, there is no more blind dates and there is no more taking somebody on face value. You don't get taken on face value. What you get taken on is everything that I can see about your life, that I perceive that I can see about your life, and how much you're prepared to expose your life. If you have too much on social media, you get damned. If you have nothing on social media, you have suspicion. So the judgment that we're having before we can even meet somebody is causing a massive impact.
Donna?
It's just so true. Like, I keep my social media locked down, and I've very recently separated my professional pages from my private page. Like, that's a really big step for me to let someone be a friend of mine on Facebook or Instagram. It's like access denied. That's for people that I actually really know and trust and value and want in my life. But I just found it was like a light bulb moment when you said that men will never be able to give us the validation that we can get on social media. And it's actually really, really true. Yeah. It is, because we get that, every time we get a like or a follow, we get that dopamine hit, we feel good. And then this real life situation, the real life relationships, they just can't measure up.
No. How can the man compliment you as many times as you get complimented on social media? But men aren't getting the compliments either. And men need compliments just as much as what women do.
Yeah, but why do we need compliments? Like, why do we?
It feels good. Astrid, do we need compliments, darling? What's your take on today's dynamics of dating with all social media that is driving it?
I think if you're looking really for someone real, you should go to the real life. It's simple it is. If you want to find trouble, as you mentioned before, you're going to definitely find trouble. It's you to decide what you're literally looking in your life. Are you really for someone? Are you really looking for something serious? Then you can find it. You have also to know where you're going and what actually are your attention. If you just want one off, you know that you can go to Tinder.
That's right. If you're looking for a date for the sake of it.
Exactly.
$43 billion industry dating apps. Every day, 3 million of Australians are on a dating apps trying to find love.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 in 4, no, this is stats, this is not me making it up. 3 in 4 of people using apps are getting certain kind of sexual abuse, if it's verbal, if it's... So, dating apps needs an update. Dating apps, I can't say should go because I would be probably prosecuted by all people, only 43 billion, but they need update. I know that you have been commenting on it before. What do you think could be done that offenders cannot join multiple platforms? That a criminal sexual offender comes out, can change his name, no identity check, and the list goes on. Darling.
Okay, well, this is such a big topic as well, and we could talk about it all day, but on a dating app, you can be anyone. You can tell people you're anything and anyone, and there is no protection. You have to show identification to go and pick up a parcel from a post office, but you don't have to show identification to join a dating app. So first and foremost, it needs to be, there needs to be a process to be onboarded onto a dating app, number one. Number two, most of the dating apps are owned by big companies. They own multiple dating apps and online dating platforms. If a guy or a woman gets kicked off one dating app, they can just go and join the next one owned by the same company. There needs to be industry standards that link things together, that if you get banned, that you stay banned. And you have to actually prove who you are and have a code of conduct at very least.
Don't I?
Well, what it sounds like is that we need it to be regulated. Somehow we need it to be regulated. But I think further than that, because I don't think it's going to stop happening, right? We can't, and we can see that in other sections of society with domestic violence or, whatever's happening. We need to actually, it needs to start at home, and we need to start educating our young ones. We need to start, building a better society so that, we are doing better, we are being better as human beings. But I don't think there's a quick, easy fix. But we need to be smarter.
Astrid, darling, what's your view on apps, updating apps and dangers of it?
I think apps are a platform that we can never secure. This is not a safe place at all. It doesn't matter if someone has an ID to prove it's the person. You know what? You just need to lose your ID, and I can use your ID to open another account. So for me, you cannot trust any of the apps. You just have to educate yourself. What are you looking for? This is why, again, I mention again, you have to know what you're looking for. Because those apps is actually meant there just to have fun, not to really look for love. And it's never promised us to be secure. It doesn't matter what you're going to sign or what you're not going to sign. It never meant it for us to be feeling safe. You as a woman, you should know what I'm looking for. Is the person real? If I want to catch up with him, I'm going to bring my friends and I'm going to tell them I'm coming with my friends. You can come with your friends or anything. Put your own security and then go ahead. But if friends of mine ask me if I should enter those ads, I'm going to say no. You're wasting your time and your energy, and you even can get heartbroken or even hurt. Just stay away from it.
We can get love broken and hurt though in the real life. I think that dating apps
But
have
you know with who you're dealing with, though. You know with who you actually met and where you met. Like even when I tell someone, I met him to Tinder, I'm not going to take you serious if I meet you to Tinder.
It's not a love story.
It's not.
No, but I met the father of my children on a dating app, and this was like 15 years ago. And so it was like back in the day, I guess.
You see, like back in the day when woman was still real without a filter on Tinder or anywhere else.
But I never ever would have met him because I had just spent 8 years studying. I'm not the sort of girl that goes out to pubs and clubs, and he lived on the other side of the city. And, you know, and I'd been out on multiple first dates, and like as soon as we met, that was it. We just knew straight away, and I never would have met
This was
him.
15 years ago.
Yeah, it's true. Things have changed.
Tell me a girl who looked real on Tinder 15 years
that's
ago
true.
and now. Some of them I don't even. I see them as a model. I think, oh my God, she's amazing. And then she comes like, where's the half of you? And where's this? Where? Like, you know, so at Tinder now, 15 years ago, it's not the same.
Dating apps are a
You
game.
see?
They've actually become a game. You've got so many people on a dating app who have no intention of going to meet the person. They're looking for that dopamine rush. They're looking for that validation that they're trying to get outside.
Yeah.
There's multiple people.
There are
that
even people who
never
have
met
met in
anybody.
certain countries, but there's even people who have met in Facebook.
Yeah.
There was never a problem, but those then will definitely decline. If someone approaches
You know what
Facebook
would be
and say,
interesting to know? Maybe a psychologist, as a commentator, psychologist, maybe you know, the dating app addictions, because addictions in a modern world, exactly.
Totally.
And the illusion of multiple choices, which should give you freedom of choice, and you become a prisoner of it.
Yes, absolutely.
And you probably would have examples of it.
Look, I feel that, you know, we can talk about attachment styles a little bit there as well, because you don't have many securely attached people that are using dating apps. You know, these are for people that often have a problem attaching to people, of trusting their own decision-making processes. They can go on a perfectly good date, have a really great time, and then get straight home and start swiping again.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to get to know somebody, they're like, oh, okay, that was great. I wonder where I can, what I can get next, because if I got something that was that good, maybe I could get better. And, the grass is always greener. Well, and we know it's not. It's greener where you water it. And what's happening is we're not looking for the reasons to date somebody. We're looking for the reasons not to date somebody. Used to be that we went out on a date, and when a guy took us out on a date, he's going to take us to dinner or take us somewhere where we're going to spend some time with him. And we're going into that date a little bit excited, like, oh, this is exciting. Now you get asked to go for a coffee. You're not even valuable enough to have a meal,
Wow.
and money spent on you. And you think you're going to get a connection in that 10 or 15 minutes over a cup of coffee. It's just not realistic.
So there's no more dinners?
No.
Oh my gosh, Donna.
Yeah, see, I've got a bit of a different take on it. I have a lot of patients that come in, and I think more so the older generation, the 50s and 60s, that have maybe been divorced and haven't been around the dating scene. I always say don't spend a lot of time, texting back and forth, and I mean weeks. Like, if you want to meet someone, like, make it happen fairly quickly.
Agreed.
And meet somewhere neutral where you're not going to get stuck with this person that may not actually look like their profile looks like, because let's be honest, people are filtering everything nowadays. So that you can actually, and it's not about the amount of money that people get spent, it's about, is there an initial connection? Is this person what they say that they are?
Yeah.
And is this worthy of actually going on and committing, your time to a 2-hour dinner? And if the answer is yes,
sounds horrible.
well, then I know it's a minefield. Then let's go and be spoiled,
You've got to
etc.
have positive dating experiences, and irrespective of whether that's your person, for life person, everybody's got a story and everybody's got a life. And if you're going to commit to dating, you've got to be able to leave a person feeling better than what you found them, and giving them 2 hours of your precious time to talk to them and to leave them feeling a little bit better. And I think that we're just in such a disposable society where it's like, I don't like you, so see you later. I mean, I've heard stories of people jumping out bathroom windows because they, didn't like the look of a person. And what is this
those
doing
people
for?
looking for? Like, my question is, what exactly are they looking for? Because
Connection.
perfect. It's not even any more connection.
No.
I feel like when they have connection, is as she mentioned before, they want to go and see what else I can get better. So they're looking. I think they're sometimes looking for this perfect person that doesn't exist from the beginning of, like, from the financial and looks and what they have built an image of this perfect man that doesn't exist, and then looking at indifferent men. Even though they're looking for a kind man, they have a date, the man is kind, or actually not. Looking for someone who's financially stable, they find someone who's financially stable, but still, oh no, I need to keep going, I need to keep. So they have built
too short,
themselves.
it's too this,
It's too short, it's too that.
It's shopping.
And but
It's
then in
shopping
the end,
online.
it's still alone. They're still there on the look. So I think people should actually ask themselves, what are you looking for?
And that's what takes me to something. Don't be a woman that looks for a man. Be the woman that men are looking for.
Love it. Yes.
Girls, I think we're here in the right company. Darling, what are men looking for in a woman from your 28 years experience in a few dot points?
Okay, well, you know, each man's looking for something different, but essentially, a man wants to be needed. You know, we live in a society where women are told that we don't need a man. And this is true. You can survive, you can pay your mortgage, you can, you know, do everything, and you don't need a man. If a man's not needed, he's not going to pursue you. So men want a woman that has a confidence about her. She's confident enough to say, I actually do need a man for all the things that I can't do
the
to
woman
myself.
needs a man just for sex.
You know, we have needs. And if there is no need, why are we going to do something? So I think that a man wants a woman that has got drive, has got her own mind, can come into her feminine energy so he can go into his masculine and he can be appreciated for a masculine man. But when we are taking the masculinity away by saying, I don't need you for anything, so you're lucky to be here, there's no motivation for them to pursue a woman.
What about, I just need you for sex?
Well, good luck with that. Because this is where porn addiction comes
Yeah.
in, and that's a whole new topic.
I'm making a
because-
joke in a way.
Yeah.
That's how it comes across.
Yes.
The wrong portrayals of independent woman that doesn't need a man. I heard it many times, and I say, what do you mean you don't need a man? Because you're financially independent? One has nothing to do with another. Yes.
Yeah.
But what about love? What about partnership?
I need someone to care about me.
Thank you. Thank you.
To,
So that was a joke, of course. Donna, you must be dealing with this kind of a topic so
All the
often
time.
as a psychologist. What's your comment on
I
it?
guess it's like, you know, general brush strokes over that. I would say that, you know, and if the question is, you know, what are men looking for?
Yeah.
But I'd say what are humans looking for?
Yeah.
More to the point, is that we're looking for companionship. We're looking for someone to have fun with. We're looking for laughter. We are looking for happiness.
Yeah.
You know, and if we're thinking about happiness, people always come and say, I just want to be happy. Okay, I go, right, okay, well, what in your life is giving you reward, satisfaction, and what's your purpose? You know, if we can, you know, and to your point before, you know, what are we looking for? More to the point is, what do we need? Like, because if we don't know what we need, we have to be really honest. No partner, no man, no woman, no human is ever going to fulfill that. So I think it's just so multifaceted. There's no just one like answer here.
Yeah. Astrid?
What men looking for in a woman?
The women, what do you think? Yeah.
I cannot really answer this question, first of all, because I did not date all of them.
Yeah.
No, but for what I have experienced with any relationship I have entered, it's finished, God thank or God not thank. But anyway, good. For me, I think if you really look deep in, a man is actually like a child. It's pretty much you building a relationship with a child. And as much as they can be strong, big, and everything, the only person who can soft their heart or soft them is a woman. Yeah. So if you ask me what a man needs, it's actually just a simple being woman who can soft them. Yeah. And give them this balance of everyone out there expect me to be a man, to provide for the family, to do this. I cannot cry, I cannot do this. But when I come to my woman, he actually make me feel like, no, the soft person, take care of me like a child. And this is all they're asking. They're actually so simple human being.
I couldn't agree more. Somewhere soft to lay his head at the end of the day to be able to say, I don't have to fight anymore. I
this
can
is
just
all
be.
they're asking for. So we there provoking it, like you have to be a man, this and this and this. It's like, where are they going to be even human? Where are they going even to lay the head and to just relax? Where can they?
You know, my feeling is all the reality programs, and I know, of course, they great money spin us and they have a viewership. But, you know, Married on the First Sight, without naming them all, Love Islands. So there is a conversation. They are apps. There is $43 billion industry. There is too much conversation in theory and more lonely people than ever. Where do we go wrong? Because the times of a blind dates, where you meet somebody and you don't know anything before without going back what we already spoke to. Well, how can we refresh some kind of this innocent momentum? Because people that are sitting on computer whole day, they will end up on the apps because they do not go out, because that's the only world they know. Think about the young generation that is just born to internet, almost on internet, yes? How do they know different? So that's the biggest concern that cannot be fixed by updating apps.
People need to have positive dating experiences. You have to be able to associate dating with something positive. So whether that person is your forever person, go out and enjoy yourself with that person. And what that means to you can be, I don't know, going bowling, going to an art gallery, go and have a shared experience with somebody, because when you're sharing an experience, you're going to have a nice time, whether that person is your person or not. So I think that there's so much negative experiences that we're exposed to on a day-to-day basis, and dating shouldn't be one of them. Dating should be fun. It should be uplifting. Even if that's not the person for you, you should say, wow, I've had a really nice time. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for spending your time with me, and good luck. And enjoy yourself. The enjoyment has to be there for a man and a woman, or for anyone dating. You have to be able to enjoy each other's company.
Dating games. Yes? Donna?
Yeah, I just think it's just such a hard, love is so hard to find. It's so, and it can be transient. I think, circling right back, it's technology that's really ruined society in lots of ways. That we're so reactive to the instant gratification, and I think that just feeds into what we're seeing, and this whole conversation. Yeah, it's tricky.
Astrid?
Yes.
What's your comment on it?
It's the life we're living now. I think we are not real anymore. We have to starting to literally looking deeper in us and say, I want to follow this, or did I want to stay my way life? And just influences many people to keep us real, and if they want to find real love.
I have two more things that I wanted to ask, and we're running out of time, so we might do it in the next high heel meeting. What would you, we all mothers, what would you tell your young children? What about sex? Is sex something you should strategize? Don't have sex too early, don't have sex too late. Wait exact amount of time, don't give him what he wants. All these things that feel so dated to me, and yet they have some kind of a values. Where do we go with it in theory? I know couples that didn't have sex for 6 months, lived for 9 years together, and their relationship has fallen apart. I know couples that had sex on the first night and they married for 40 years. I believe there is no rule that you could promise it will work, but there are some kind of indications and some rules.
Well, I love the topic of sex, and we all need it, okay? And it's a part of building a relationship. Personally speaking, I think that whenever you give your body to somebody, you're giving a part of your soul to that person as well, and that is something that's sacred. So if you want to go sleeping around, but the brain system of a man and a woman, and how a man and a woman fall in love, are very, very different. And when a woman starts sleeping with a man and starts sharing her body with him, she can start falling for him way quicker than he's going to fall for her. Once a man's decided that you're the woman he wants, he's going to pursue you whether you have sex with him or whether you don't. And so in the discovery process, I think discover who you are. Discover who that person. I like to know who I'm sleeping with myself. So, you know, and I would advise people to know who they're sleeping with, because anyone can put a mask on. But when they take that mask off, you get the real person. So.
Anna?
Yeah, I think sex is just such a big step, and you know, and my kids talk to me, ask me about sex, and you know, they're quite young, and always talk to them about, you know, it's your body, your choice, and you'll know, you know, and I give them the big education stuff around it. But in terms of patients that I see, men and women, what I sort of have really identified, I guess, over about 20 years of clinical practice, is that women will use sex to get men to fall in love with them. This is if they don't have a great, you know, self-esteem, and men do it in the opposite way. So, and whenever I point that out, that women always go, yeah, like I am using, because I think women can use sex thinking that they're going to get a man to fall in love with them, but
That doesn't work.
it doesn't work. No, and you know, why do that to yourself?
You know, you ask if it's important to speak about sex with your children. I think it's important, but as well, you have to know when to speak to them about. I feel like the society actually pushing me to speak with my children about sex too early that they're actually ready for. You know, my son is 15. He has an Instagram. He talk with his friends, everything. And on Instagram, those days when I go, I see most of the women pretty much nude. Like, you know, and that's scary me, because now I have to start to speak with my son who are too young actually even to know about it. You see, so of course we're talking about this, but I go with that, so step by step. I'm waiting for him to ask me, and I'm gonna answer. But me sitting with him and say, okay, no, you have to look this and this. No, every time when he has a girlfriend, we talk about it. Please be careful, and this and that and that, because for me, sex is a very important thing. It's very important for relationship. It's very important for partner to partner. But you have to know as well with who you're doing sex, because sex is not just a physical; it's an energy changing. If someone coming with a bad energy or has sex with you, the next day you're gonna feel it. You're gonna carry this energy with you. It's just a very like people don't understand. We become one when we sleep with each other. This is why it's very important to know: am I going to do this in the right way, which is maybe through marriage? Or am I going just to have fun with that? But I don't know who am I going to give my body with. Because we women, don't forget, we receive. We are receivers. So men actually intrude into our body. So you have to ask yourself, what are you receiving? It's not just a disease though.
I can't stop thinking if today a show could be called Sex in the City. Sex in the City is now, I think, 25 years old or 20 years old. It's constantly replayed. But think about it. In today's times, with today's knowledge, with everything that is happening, I don't think Sex in the City would be received the same way.
No.
No way. No way.
Thank you. Girls, let's drink to... How about to talk next time about what women are looking in a man for? Cheers.
Cheers.